Good evening. Here's what's happening tonight. The Soviets are saying little, but what is known is cause for concern. A nuclear accident has occurred at a Soviet atomic plant in the Ukraine.
It is believed serious, but details of damage, injuries, or casualties are few so far. Eyewitness News reporter Liz Gonzalez has more on this accident, what is thought to be the first such accident the Soviets have ever made public.
The first signs of a nuclear accident came this morning at a Swedish nuclear power plant. A worker set off an alarm because his clothes registered high radiation levels. Geiger counters in other Scandinavian countries also began detecting radiation levels above normal. After these discoveries, the Soviet news agency TASS reported that a nuclear accident had occurred and that measures have been undertaken to eliminate the consequences of the accident. The nuclear reactor believed damage is located 80 miles north of Kiev, the Ukraine capital. Scientists believe that winds pushed a radioactive cloud northward, where Scandinavian officials first discovered the contamination. The level of contamination does not pose a health risk, but James McKenzie of the Union of Concerned Scientists said the detection of contaminants 600 miles from the reactor indicates a major accident.
In terms of the amount of radiation that got out, and the distance it's gone, the people close to this plant must have gotten much higher doses than anything ever imagined at 3 Mile Island.
The reactor believed damage is 50% larger than the Pilgrim facility in Plymouth. Soviet nuclear reactors are generally larger than American facilities. There is a cluster of at least 4 reactors north of Kiev. The area around it is populated, but mostly used for agriculture. Wellesley professor Marshall Goldman, who also works for Harvard's Russian Research Center, says the Soviets have been busy building nuclear power plants, but have been plagued with construction problems.
We have our problems. I mean, we have to be very careful about this, you know, 3 Mile Island, other things that have our own difficulties in the United States. But we do know that the Russian workmanship is much cruder than ours, faulty welds, the kind of thing that we see, but on a much greater scale.
Now, those who know about nuclear power plants in the Soviet Union say that the Soviets have been working to upgrade the safety measures at their reactors ever since the 3 Mile accident here. The outside world only knows of one other time that a nuclear accident occurred in the Soviet Union, and that was in 1957-58. No one knows how many people died there, but people were relocated, and 30 villages have since vanished off the Soviet map. Liz and Jack, it appears that what will be left now is for the people up in the Scandinavian countries to try and determine how much radiation there was, how it traveled, and what kind of winds were involved, and maybe only then will they be able to determine exactly what kind of an accident this was down there.